directed you and pointed you to where you need to pray, when you need to pray, where you need to pray, and what you need to pray for. The rest is easy. Not so? Yes. And you can have peace. When you have peace, all other things will follow. Because you know that your daddy is in control. Yes. Praise God. Hallelujah. And you know what our theme is this year? Remember me, oh God. I know that you've been praying all those prayers, all the prayer points from the declaration that we did last year in preparation for 2018. And I've been listening to you while I was in there. You've all been praying from your hearts. And there are so many things that many of us, if not all of us, are looking up to God for. There are those who are looking for the fruit of the womb, like Abraham and Sarah. And they called on to the Lord, and the Lord answered them. There are those who are asking God for restoration because of the challenges that they have faced over the years, or most especially in the last 1 year. There are things that they have lost, maybe out of ignorance or for their own, because they themselves have done one thing or the other wrong, or they have allowed the devil to come into their lives. They have left doorways for the devil to strike. So they have lost many things, both spiritually, physically, materially, financially. And they are looking up to the Lord for restoration. For those things to come back to them and more, like Job. There are those who need deliverance. They've been battered. They've been shattered. And they themselves have even withdrawn. Some have even said, I will not serve God again. I have given and what is the use? I'm not going to do favors again. Not knowing that it's when we decide that we are going to stop to do this and stop to do good and stop to be righteous, that a curse without a cause can alight. That will not be your portion in Jesus' name. We have to hold on to the promises of God. And a curse without a cause will not alight in our lives in the name of Jesus. Amen. Maybe because you are looking for funds to pay for your rent. You are looking for funds to pay the school fees of your children. You are looking for funds to build that house where you had inherited land from your father or from your mother. And it doesn't seem to be coming in. Maybe you are owing for whatever reason. We know that oftentimes we owe, we run into debt because of some negative things that we've done, because we've taken some wrong decisions, because we have allowed the flesh to take control of our spirituality. And then there are those who are looking for healing where the human body is. It's open and prone to attack, or wear and tear. But is it not our God that told us that Moses lived for 120 years and his eyes did not go dim? Yes. Neither did his strength fail him. 120 years. And yet some are in their 80s, 90s, and their strength fails them. And they can't even see it from here to there. But you and I are alive. So what am I saying? There are many things that we're looking up to God for. And so, we come up with all these our prayers. Remember me, oh Lord, because I want this or I want that. But is it all our wants that we actually need? It doesn't necessarily follow that those things we desire in our hearts are good for us. Sometimes they're not. And when they're not, God doesn't answer that prayer. And sometimes it's not, he may want to answer it, but it's the wrong time. But you and I know that God is never late. He's always on time. He will give it to you at the time that he believes is right for you. And right for you. And will key into your destiny. That which he has in store for you. I remember that when we were looking for the oil license, if it had come at the time that I was praying and hoping that it would come, before I knew the Lord, I'm telling you, that money would have gone on the foreheads of band leaders, musicians. Do you understand? Because in Nigeria, you and I know that we're very fond of when our praises are being showered. You will empty your pockets. You don't even know what some of them have done to make sure that you do empty your pockets. And there's every temptation to do that. In any human being who is not in the Lord, who is still in the world. So God did not answer. It took him 3 years when he had got me where he wanted me before he answered. Praise the Lord. I don't know what your situation is, but I'm sure that we can all come up with so many different types of testimonies. But at the time that we are waiting, we're impatient. We don't want to wait any longer. And we are wondering, why is God not answering now? Why hasn't he done it? I've prayed and prayed. Don't you think God knows what he's doing? He does. That perfect time, that right time, when it won't hinder you, when you won't get into trouble with what you're asking for, when you have learned that when he gives it, you will know how to use it and what to do with it, that's when he will answer. It's not just about money, it could be anything. It could be position. You're asking the Lord for promotion, but you're not really ready, but you think you are. But he knows you're not ready. Because if he gives you that promotion at that material point in time, and you begin to get battered right, left, and center by those who are jealous of you, you may not be able to handle it. Look at how he took the children of Israel round and round for 40 years. And he's used that 40 years to prepare them. And it was those who could key into it that were left, who could now enter into the promised land. And even then, he allowed them to take the promised land bit by bit. Why? Because if he had given them the promised land at once, they would have been overwhelmed. And they would not have been able to cope. And many of them would have been devoured. Praise God. Hallelujah. So God always knows what he is doing. But I have news for you. Hallelujah. About this matter of I want, I need, remember me, don't forget me, I am here. Why are you still looking at me? How come you haven't done anything about it, Lord? I've been serving you all these years. I've been faithful. I've been righteous. And to your mind, you've ticked all the boxes. But he's the only one who knows what's right, and who knows what's not quite there. I'll tell you right now that conditions apply. Conditions apply. As far as you're concerned, the English or the translation is, remember me now, are they here? Oh yeah? My name is, have you forgotten me? Conditions apply. What are those conditions? I'll refer us straight away to Matthew 6, verses 25 to 31. You all know it. Therefore I say to you, do not worry about your life. What you will eat, what you will drink, the clothes you will wear. And it tells us that the God who created the birds of the air, who clothes them, the God who created the lilies and the fields, who clothes them too, who provides for the birds, and that even Solomon in all of his glory was not arrayed as one of these. What did he say to us? That we are more precious in his sight than birds and lilies. Am I right? Yes. Because he made us in his own image. He didn't make the birds in his image. He didn't make the lilies in his image. He made you and I in his image. Praise God. Hallelujah. He is the one that is always ready and available to do all those things that you are looking for at the right time.